10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, here we are again. This is the big trip. I believe it's the big trip for the year, for me at least. We are taking Roxy, the long-range Model 3 Tesla, and we are headed to Death Valley. We're going to run through Tonopah. We've been there before. Last year, I believe it was, for my birthday, we went out there. This year, we're staying in a very special room. I'm going to use the word we. Me and you guys, of course, and this old girl. Just us. Very special room in Tonopah we're going to be staying in. Quite a lot of history in this specific room. And then we're going to shoot down to Beatty, Nevada, into Death Valley. And we're going to go check out the Badwater Basin. Back up into Beatty, into Las Vegas, down to Hoover Dam, and then back across Death Valley, up through the east side of Yosemite, through Lone Pine, up north into, where are we going, South Lake Tahoe, and then back into Redding. It's going to be an amazing amount of mileage that we're covered, and it's going to be in from, tomorrow to Sunday when we get home. So there's a lot to do. We have a lot of ground to cover, and it's going to be amazing. Let me show you a quick sort of what I got going on the loadout real quick. We'll start at the front and in the back. See you in a second. Okay, the the fruit, as they call it in the UK, the front boot, the fruit. Haha, couple cleaning towels and some just all-purpose car wash in there just in case. This bag is from Evan X. I bought this one for the sole purpose of doing this trip. There is a quick little zipper pouch here to get into your this is a dry storage if you have dry snacks and stuff. And then under here, just energy drinks and some LaCroix, LA Crocs, however you want to pronounce it. We're going to get ice in the morning on our way out the door. Coming around the front, got to make a stop at the National Championship Air Races in Reno. We have some special things to drop off for some folks there. Cleaning for the car, take some, we're going to bring back a couple rock salt pieces from the Devil's Playground or Devil's Golf Course, and some Teslas to give away on the road as we see them. Some blue Model Y, blue X's, white and red Y's as they slide down the car. Coming to the back, there's our full-size spare that we're getting ready to load up, our jack, our air pump, pucks if we have to raise the car or not. I'm still going to be using the mobile charger for a couple of days before we leave, so that's kind of sitting there. So here's the catch. I have some charging stuff down there. My unique Q500 drone, the controller's underneath. It's got a 4K camera for use out at Badwater. Tesla suitcase, and that's kind of where we're sitting. So now I get to jumble around the spare tire, the jack, and that box of stuff. I'm trying to leave the back seat of the car open as much as I can. This should have, had to take the dog somewhere today, so we put the car cover down. This car cover is from Best EV Mods. I absolutely love this. Check out my previous video for that. So this is where we're sitting on the loadout right now. Pretty much what I need, I've got. I'm sure there's going to be a couple little incidental things that I miss on the way out of here. But that's okay. It's to be expected. Tomorrow I will show you guys the route plan-ish. It's kind of subject to change a little bit. We're going to be bouncing around a couple different casinos that we're staying at. Should be a lot of fun. So I'm very excited for this. The tires are all set at 42 PSI on the, where are they? There they are. The Nokian Series 1 tires sitting on the Martian MW03s. 42 pounds cold. Seems to get to about 44 pounds hot. It's going to be freezing temperatures through Reno, and then low 80s when we get into Badwater and in Nevada, back up into the 20s when we get to Salt Lake. The car is going to go through everything, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So I'm going to finish out the rest of this loadout, and if anything changes, I'll kind of bring you guys up to speed on what's going on. But this pretty much should be how we have it. We'll ice up on the way out. We're not going to leave it 100%. We're going to leave probably around 95 or so. and we should be able to make it into Reno. I've done that trip 100 times in this on one charge, but we do have some bailouts. We'll go through all that when we get on the road. This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. Stick around. It's going to be a long video. Here we go. First stop, Tonopah, Nevada, but we are going to the Badwater Basin, 282 feet below sea level in Death Valley, California. So I have it pulled up on the navigation here. It's not even remotely how we're going to do this trip. Hang on, I'll show you why. Okay, so here we are leaving Redding, California, and there's Mount Shasta, there's the Oregon border. So we're about 130 miles under Oregon. So this wants us to go to Susanville, out in the mountains, drop down into Fernie, Nevada, which is right outside where they build Cybertruck, and there's a Giga Nevada out there, into Tonopah, which is going to be our first stop right here. That's a good 7-hour run just to Tonopah. And then we shoot south through Beatty, Nevada, and end up in Badwater Basin, right outside Death Valley. So the reason this isn't going to work is if you look at this, we arrive at 17%. The reason that doesn't work, this is 282 feet below sea level, and we're coming in from, 4,000 feet. Well, if you got to go down, you got to go up. We're never going to make it. There are a couple level 2 chargers in Death Valley at one of the resorts. Believe it or not, there is a resort there with a pool. But we have to do this differently because we have to stop in Nevada first because I have to drop off some stuff for some friends at the air races. So our first charge is actually going to be right outside of Reno in an area called Sparks right there. We're going to use a brand new Electrify America, and then from there, we're going to shoot down into Hawthorne, which just happens to be the largest cache of ammunition, to include all types, bombs, rockets, missiles, in the world. That's a very cool stop. We've been there before. There's a Tesla supercharger there. So we'll stop in Hawthorne, and then we'll shoot out to Tonopah, which is another 2-hour run right here. The cool thing about Tonopah is right outside of town on this end, right over here, is a free DC fast charger that works. I've been watching it on PlugShare. Everybody's had no issues with it. So we will do a deep charge there to get into Beatty, Nevada, to shoot down into Death Valley. So what I did was I just cleared all the charging stops away. And our first run, I hate it when it does this. There we go. 10 hours, 570 miles. That's one way. And then we still get to go into Vegas from there. So there you go. The first day is going to be a long haul. Like I said, we'll stop in Tonopah. We'll stay the night there. Very cool surprise when we get there, and a little history lesson for you history buffs. And then from Tonopah into Beatty, Nevada, we'll supercharge to probably close to 100% there, just in case we can't use one of the level 2s inside the valley. I don't think we're going to need it because we're going to regen everything that we use to get down into Badwater. So we're basically going to start fresh down there and then just uphill back the rest of the way. The speed limit down there is 60, so our efficiency should be really good. And then from there, we're going to shoot into Vegas, do the boring loop, and then over to Planet Hollywood and hang out there. It's going to be a long 5 days, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's kind of what the first run is going to look like tomorrow. We're up and out at 5. I've got to stop at the, like I said, the Air Race Association building at 8:30 and drop off some of those poker chips. And we're gonna have a blast, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So buckle up, get something to eat and some coffee, because like I said, this is gonna be a long one. Here we go. Morning. It is 5:07. I set the car to precondition and all that good stuff, of which I did not, because sometimes a smart car is dumb. We are at 97% state of charge, butt heaters to auto, and the map just pulled up our first stop, which is going to be the National Championship Air Races hangar in Reno, Nevada. This wants us to stop in Susanville and top tank there. We're gonna try to bypass that and just go straight into Reno. Let me show you what the nav says. All right, so we're leaving our area, so 3 hours and 40 minutes. We get there at 8:45. It's 189 miles, and we should arrive at 13% state of charge. We are here 550 feet-ish above sea level. We're going to be going through Old Station and Lassen National Park, which tops out about 5,500 feet. And then the rest of this is all, I wonder why this is yellow. This is all what's called high desert flat plains area. And we'll shoot all the way down right into here, into Cold Springs. There's the runway, and there's the hangar where we're going. So, and then our charging stop is going to be right here in Sparks. We should be okay, considering through the whole high desert area, we're going to be doing the speed limit because I can't get there until about 9 o'clock, so we'll slow it down a tad too. So there we go, garage door to open. We're good to go, guys. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. All right, we'll check in on the road. Checking in, we are 73 miles downrange, average watt hour per mile. Are you sitting down? 481. It's all uphill, man. Inside of 50 miles, we were at 5,500 feet. Low of 13 degrees, so the battery's been on and off preconditioning. I did set the Susanville supercharger so that the battery would do that, especially in the teens, and it's currently 12. So that's fun. And we are at 46% state of charge. Uphill and literally sub-freezing temperatures, man. It wrecks the battery on these cars. So we've got, I don't know, 35 miles until we get to Susanville. And when we get there, we'll kind of recalculate, see what it takes to get to Reno. I really don't want to stop in Susanville because the supercharger is like 5 miles off the road at the casino. That part's cool, but it's the 5 extra miles one way, 10 round trip that I don't really dig. So we'll see what it looks like when we get up there. It is snow-capped everywhere. It is absolutely gorgeous outside, and the sun is just starting to come up. So yeah, 74 miles downrange, 478 watt hours per mile. That's freaking awesome, baby. So we'll get you all turned back around, and we'll see you here in about 40 miles, and we'll figure out what we're going to do next. So, see you in a little bit. You're off the map with me, mate. Here there be monsters, and we're cruising at 10 degrees. But yeah, at World's End, baby. Okay, so we are 17 miles from the Susanville supercharger, and yeah, we're gonna have to stop. Mostly because it's 3 degrees outside. And check this. Yeah, we're cruising through some amazingness right now. So, as much as I really don't want to stop, we don't have a choice. I think it showed minus 17% to get to Reno. I believe it's another 60 miles, 58, something like that. So we're going to have to stop, and we'll probably just sit there for about 10 minutes or so. Do what you got to do. I'm really glad that supercharger got put in, I think it was 2 Novembers ago, because without it, we'd be screwed. So we will check in when we get there. We've been preconditioning on and off since basically we left the house because it's so damn cold. So we'll get there, we'll check the numbers, and see you guys in about 20 minutes. Okay, quick poll-in. I don't even know how long we were here. Minutes, mere minutes. Enough time for me to go pee, put $1 in the Buffalo slot machine, and win 15. Deuces, thank you. That'll clear the charging. Speaking of which, 23 to 60%. I literally had enough time to eat some yogurt, go pee, hit the machine, cash out, and get out of there. These things are so awesome. So we are projected 80 miles till we get to the Air Race Association hangar. Arrival at 19-ish% charge. And we're out of here, kids.
onto Army Aviation Drive.
Stupid navigation. Well, we made it to the hangar. National Championship Air Races, Reno, Nevada. Let me see here if we can see that. There we go. 197 miles from the house. 75 kilowatt hours at 381 watt hours. The 381 was total for the trip thus far, and remember, that was mostly uphill. Since Susanville, it was 308, and we did really good. So we're gonna go say hi to some friends in here, and then we'll hit the EA charger out in Sparks. We'll check in with you guys in just a little. So this is the hangar for the National Championship Air Races. That's not until September, but in the meantime, it's just a regular old airplane hangar, and just business as usual. There's Miss America and Critical Mass, Voodoo, and looks like Dago Red. It's a really a shame that this is all coming to an end. Made it to Sparks. We're at the new, I forget what these are called, but they're the new Electrify America chargers. They just put a post up a couple weeks ago that they're good to go. Let's find out. Locked in. Close that. Let's see here. We're on number 2. Swipe to charge. Initiating. I heard the contactors close. The funny thing is that's as much as one of the superchargers here at the casino. So, there we go. Now can't see it through the glass, but the screen just popped up, and we are pulling 180 kilowatts. All right. Well, that's great. Pulled it at 16%, and I preconditioned the battery to a Tesla supercharger. So 182 so far. The battery is probably still a bit cold. Shoot, I can take that. Got a Rivian charging right there, and yeah, we're steady at 182. So very nice. Electrify America, congrats. Your new Sparks division outfit, charging station, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, 10 for 10, baby. So we're gonna go run into this Target, see if we can find the elusive red Model Y Hot Wheel. I'll let you know how that goes. So we're gonna be here for a while. The next stop is gonna be Henderson, I think, something like that. Way out in the middle of the desert. So we're gonna get all charged up really nice and pretty here, and we'll see you guys on the road. There's the valley floor. Look at that. And I believe we're going to regen. Zoom out the whole way down. 70 miles an hour, regenning. That is fantastic. But look at that valley, man. That is just gorgeous. Not the worst of times to check in since we're going 70 and regenning. Awesome. We are predicted to arrive at 24% state of charge. We are currently, since our last charge, at 283 watt hours per mile. We've burned 22 kilowatts and gone 78 miles. And it's not straight. I think I turned the car twice. But man, I love the high desert. This is just gorgeous out here. But to go through it, man, this is fantastic. So we should be in Hawthorne here in about 40 minutes or so. And we'll find that. I'm not even sure if it's a state-run charger or somebody else. We'll find it, and we'll take a look at it. Until then, so you've heard the saying, F around and find out. I'll tell you what, you should go run out to those bunkers and see how well that works out for you. We are just about into Hawthorne, and we're going to give the state-sponsored charger a shot. But yeah, thousands and thousands out across the highway, across that end of the highway. It's impressive. So the state-sponsored POS was exactly that. It did not work. So across the street, the superchargers, and we are ramped up to a blistering 121 kilowatts, 144, and it's 150 units. So just like that, man. We're going to get everything configured for the final run into Tonopah, which I believe is another 100 miles. But I have to go pee, get a snack, and we'll get back on the road here in just a little bit. All right, just like that, we are back on the road. Got a sandwich, facilities, 3 white Model 3s charging there. I mean, anywhere else I'd be fine, but we're literally in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. There's nothing out here. This Army Depot is literally called Army Depot. It doesn't even have a name. That's how middle of nowhere we are. So we're charged up to, where are we at? 65%. Projected arrival at 20.
1,000 feet, turn left onto US Highway 95.
And we're going to turn left onto US Highway 95. Arrival at 20%. We have 102 miles to go. So figure about 90 minutes-ish. This says 91. So we're going to set the cruise control. Passed quite a few cops, so I'm glad I was not speeding like my daughter did last year. And we're definitely going to use the free charging when we get there. And we'll check in with you guys here in just a little bit. We made it. We were actually way over there by about a mile, but this is the free job right here. Same kind as the one in Hawthorne, but this one actually works. So let me turn around and let's see what it looks like. It is a noisy thing. Oh, it's an FSEC machine. And you actually needed to tap your charge point card to it. And 41 kilowatts looks like it's delivering. We're at 14% right now, so it's free. We're gonna run it up, and I'm gonna go to the casino club over there and use the bathroom. And sometimes free just isn't worth it. Checked out the casino. It's, you know, what it is. We're halfway between Reno and Las Vegas in the middle of nowhere, so it's kind of a, you know, whatever little casino. But we went from 15 to 33%, and yeah, if it wasn't so far from the Mitzpah hotel where I'm staying, I would have just left it on their little 40 kilowatt fast charger. 2 blocks up, 150 kilowatt Tesla supercharger stalls, and we're pulling 131 kilowatts. We'll run this up to about 60-70%, and my spot is open at the hotel I saw, so I can use my mobile charger if they'll let me again. So let me switch this around, you guys can see the data. There we go. It was an hour and a half, and yeah, out here we're paying 30 cents a kilowatt, and there's hardly ever a busy time. So I'll show you guys inside the Tonopah and the room, and that will probably be it for the day. So be right back. All right, so we can't check in just yet, but we're in the old vault, which has kind of been turned around into a museum, and they have some really cool stuff in here. Check this out. So it goes through some of the old documentation and the old menus that they had. And then down over here, it's the old silver mine on the left. And then some of the rock and quartz that they were able to pull out of here, old scales. It's a super cool ass old town, and our room's not ready yet, but as soon as it does, we'll get up there and we'll get all checked in. Well, an hour and a half later, my room got done. So this is a very unique room. If you don't know anything about the Mizpah Hotel, definitely read up on it. It's quite the interesting read, especially room 504, and I will show you why. So 504, 503, and 502, I believe, were occupied by this young lady who, as legend has, goes by the name of Rose. She was stabbed to death and strangled in this room. So people have been on Ghost Hunters and all the other TV shows. They think the room is haunted, and I do believe that this door goes into what would be, yeah, that one does go into what would be her other room. Not sure what happened right there, but it took quite a while to get this room booked, just because of the uniqueness of it. And of course that comes with a secondary price as well, but it's supposedly all done period correct, and that door most likely goes into the other room that would have been hers as well. Yeah, it does. The bathrooms have your little twist thing right there to set your timer for the lights, I assume, and then a regular old brass-legged claw bathtub that has period correct, I guess, and the shower rods go all the way around. But yeah, this is extremely cool. I really dig stuff like this, and it's kind of neat to be in here, and I just think that's beautiful. Good morning. It's 4:30, I think, somewhere in there, close, maybe 4:45. Gonna try to get to Badwater to watch the sunrise, because why not? But I got a pro tip for you if you ever stay at the Mizpah. Hang on. So if you park in front of the casino, there's your entrance. You can plug in and charge all night, and they don't care. Plenty of room. So that's pretty cool. Nice little 110 trickle charge right there. And it's like 19 degrees outside, so at least it'll keep the battery warm. So I'm gonna go back in, get all checked out, and then we'll plug in the computer and see what we got on the way to Beatty. Boy, you know you parked in front of a casino when there were 41 events. I walked around the car and there's no damage. I'm not looking at all of those. Okay, here we go. Beatty, Nevada. We're leaving at 72% state of charge. It is cold outside. And we are expected to arrive at 22%. Supercharged there. 6:01 arrival time, 93 miles. So we're going to get out of here and everything is on auto. Yep, we're good to go. So we will see you guys in Beatty. Made it to Beatty. It was very dark. The sun is just now starting to light up the valley. So I'm sure I didn't miss anything. I mean, it's high desert. It's just what it is. So let's check these stats out. So interestingly enough, we arrived at 27%. So we actually picked up 5% by letting the battery precondition and all that. 95 miles is what we just laid down. 31 kilowatts used. 333 watt hours is what the deal was. And then I forgot all about my graph, but I've been using it. So battery preconditioning took 9%. And you can see climate took some elevation changing and whatever, everything else. So we stayed below the whole line, which was kind of interesting, but we also picked up 5% arrival. So a warmer battery helps. Some wind cost 2%, increased climate activity, blah, 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 was another 1.6%. Everything's on auto, so whatever. It's warming up actually. It's 31 now. So we're going to get all plugged in and let's check these charging stats. Hang on. Ooh, these are cold. Ta-da! Let's see what we got. It was nice charging for free in Tonopah. Let's see if I can find it really quick before this starts. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, lost it. Anyhow, it was $4.20 for the amount of money we spent in Tonopah. Haha. All right, baby, ramp them up. This is a 150 kilowatt stall. Oh, look at that. We're killing it. Straight killing it. Is that it? 142? Good enough for me. All right, we're going to do a very deep charge here because the next stop is into the valley, and then we got to come back out. So I think we're at 44,000 feet right now, minus 282, and then back up. So we're going to deep charge. There's a Denny's. Breakfast. We made it. It was 59 miles, 9 kilowatts, an average of 156 watt hours. That's fantastic. So we're going to get out and get all set up. There's actually quite a few people here, and we'll get the drone fired up, and we're going to take a walk out to the basin itself. So stick around, and we'll be right back. I got to stop saying sticking around. This is absolutely incredible to be standing out here. This was worth the drive on so many levels. It's absolutely breathtaking. Look at that size of that mountain. They have the plaque up there where sea level actually is. We're 282 feet below it, and it's so calm out here. There's no wind. There's no nothing. Just a handful of other people. We're taking a walk out into the salt flats right now, so we'll get out here a little bit, and it should open way up into the valley. So I'll check in with you guys here in just a little bit. Well, we got some great video from the drone, I hope. I can't remember if I pushed record on the camera or on the video on that thing. Pretty sure I got the video though. But yeah, it's surreal walking across the valley floor out there, man. The things behind me, the little information pieces. I guess the deepest land in America is in the Dead Seas, which would make sense, minus like 1,400 feet below sea level. That's crazy. But we had a great time out here. We mean me and you guys. Some schmuck out there, you can't fly your drone here. Probably not, but whatever. I'm not hurting anybody. So we're going to saddle up. I'm not sure if we're going to go to the top of the ridge or not. I'm not on a time crunch today, but there's other stuff that I do want to do. So let me figure out some times right now, and we'll be back. freaking fantastic, man. It's worth every penny of it. If you do go into Badwater Basin, though, where the navigation takes you, it ends, obviously. Keep going 3 miles past, then you get to where the visitor center is. I forgot to mention that earlier. But look at that mess. I need you to play golf for a day. I think I would rather work, although I don't play golf very well. And then there it is. So we came down the road to Devil's Golf Course, and man, look at this. Pothole ridden, just bleh. No wonder the devil plays here. You could never hit a ball anywhere. But snow-capped mountains back there, and oh yeah, there's the sign for it. We'll check that out. And of course, there's Roxy just tearing it up on this dirt road, man. These Nokian tires are freaking fantastic, man. It's worth every penny of it. If you do go into Badwater Basin, though, where the navigation takes you, it ends, obviously. Keep going 3 miles past, then you get to where the visitor center is. I forgot to mention that earlier. But look at that mess. I need you to play golf for a day. I think I would rather work, although I don't play golf very well. And then there it is. Crystallized salts compose the jagged formations of this forbidding landscape. Walking on this is very difficult. I mean, I want to say no shit, but I'm not walking in that. What's cool about being out here, other than everything, I can hear a jet out there somewhere. Could be commercial, could be military, I don't know, but it is dead silent. And that's the coolest thing is shit, the road's like 1.5 miles right there, and it's so quiet out here. Back on the road. So you remember in Star Wars, watch this, Mos Eisley Spaceport, you will never find a more sinister hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious. It's where they filmed it, right here. This is absolutely stunning, and it was worth it in so many different levels to come up here. Okay, we are back from the summit. Minus 108 watt hours coming back down the hill. I forgot to get the numbers when we got up there, but we left the Devil's Golf Course at 84%. We got there at 52. We're at 56 now. We're also sitting at the inn at Death Valley, which is right at the turn to head out towards Badwater or continue out to go towards Dante's Ridge. There are two chargers here. One is broken. One is working at 6 kilowatts. So we don't need the charge. We're actually projected to get back to Beatty at like 31%. So we're going to haul ass out of here. But I just did this for PlugShare because I don't think anybody's updated this in a while. 2 units. One of them is broken, and here's the display. So you could hang out here. It's going to be an all-day adventure for you. That's taking it, I think, to 100%. I think that's what I'm set at. Let's double check. Charging. Yeah, we can pull that back down. And 30 amps at 202 volts. So yeah, so to get it to whatever I just set it to, 78%, it would still take you a little while to stay here, but we're going to grab the juice because it's free and I have to go use the bathroom. So put this on to PlugShare and get that all updated. So the next time I see you guys, we'll be back at Beatty supercharging. See you in a little bit. All right, in and out of Beatty, rolled in at 31%. We are leaving at 60, I think it was 67. And I have us set to roll into Vegas here. 19% is what we're projected to arrive at. 115 miles to go. 1:49 in the PM is all of the arrival stats. If you've never been to Death Valley, you have to check it out. If you're into road trips and going on, just weird stuff, walking out into that, I guess it's a salt flat almost, and then turning around and seeing Dante's Peak behind you with the sun barely coming up over it is the most beautiful place I have ever been to. And I did 10 years in the Air Force. Everybody knows that. I've been to a lot of different places. Hands down, Badwater Basin, when you turn around and see Dante's Peak, is stunning. So we're going to head out into Vegas, like I said. We're going to do the boring loop and a couple other things today, and stand by for all that. So I got about a 2-hour reprieve. It is straight and flat, little phantom braking just now. That's always nice. So catch you guys when we get to Vegas. Holy crapola, man. I hate traffic. There is a dope Sublime green wrapped Model 3 right in front of me. I'm at the High Roller at the Link in Las Vegas, supercharging here. It's this massive solar canopy status here. Some really cool folks in a red Model Y were just hanging out, gave them a Hot Wheel. And you got to have a key card to get in here and all kinds of crap. And if you don't have that, then your ass is sticking out in the street while you push the help button. Oh, God. So, but we're charging, pulled in at 10%. We are up to 30% already. I'm not going to go much more than that because apparently this is a very high use supercharger, not that they charge time of use, but everybody uses this. So I'm going to charge up to like 40% and I'm getting the hell out of here. Mostly because I'm tired of being in the car. Second, I want to play some blackjack. And third, other people need it. So it was a boring, dull trip the entire way down, which is fantastic. That's how I like it. And it took us about 2 hours to get down here, give or take it, stop and get some bottled water for the girls back there somewhere, because apparently Vegas water tastes like urine. Whatever. I drink my bubbly water. So we're going to finish up here, go find them. I think they're Planet Hollywood. I don't know how far that is from here, but it can't be that far. So we will finish this off, guys. It's been a great trip so far. 830 miles, 268 kilowatt hours used at an average of 323 watt hours per mile. It has been a fantastic trip. We'll pick this up tomorrow, guys. See you. Well, that's a bummer. I found the ex-driver, and it's funny who you talk to. He said that the entire thing is closed right now because there's nothing going on. Again, makes sense. Some clown working here, oh yeah, you just got to go to the North Las Vegas Center, whatever the hell that means, and you can ride over there. Who do you trust? Some dude working on a construction project or the guy actually driving the Model X? I trust the guy in the Model X. So that's kind of a bummer. I was maybe hoping he would have said, sure, hop in, but yeah, alas, that did not happen. So I don't know what we're going to do today now. I'm not going out to Hoover Dam until way later this afternoon. I think breakfast is in order. Sorry, guys. I was really looking forward to this one. So we have this slew of cars in front of us. We're all going downhill, getting into Hoover Dam, and you can see part of it way out there. They're all burning gas going downhill. And I'm sitting here putting energy back into my battery to come back uphill when I leave. I'm telling you, man, the future is electric cars, and it's going to happen. I don't think it should be mandated because the market will determine what is viable and what isn't. But they're literally losing fuel going down a hill. I'm getting it back. That is crazy. So we should be here, and it's only a mile and a half away, but it's still saying another 10 minutes, which is probably accurate because we're going 3 miles an hour. So we'll check in as soon as we get there. I still stand by my original statement that Death Valley is absolutely gorgeous, like more so than Hoover Dam, but man, that's pretty freaking impressive. The drive was absolutely worth it, and it's really cool to be standing here looking at this. I actually think I'm on the Arizona side, but I'm not really sure. Oh, there's an EV6. Very cool. So good to see another electric car out here. So yeah, that is really cool. There's visitor centers and stuff out that way. I'm not sure what the parking situation looks like. This place is, a tourist nightmare. So may go up there and see if we can find a spot to park and check out the tourist area. I'm just at some random parking lot above the dam right now. So let's see what we can go dig up. Alrighty, so we are all checked in at the Railroad Pass Casino Hotel Emporium and Fun Zone. May have added a few more words in there. It's Motel 6 quality in the rooms. Maybe that's a stretch. The casino floor is nice. The food was good. So we didn't do the tour at Hoover because it was 6.5 miles long of people, and we'd still be standing there. So shot over here, got all checked in. Internet site says the pool is open. The pool is definitely closed. So that sucks. And one other thing. If you do go visit Hoover, you go through some security checkpoints. And one of the questions they ask you after you roll all 4 of your windows down is, do you have any firearms? Well, some people have concealed weapons permits. Other people live in a permitless constitutional carry state. You answer that question however you want. That's a grown-up decision. I said no. So take it with a grain of salt. So we're going to get all unpacked here, have a chillaxing evening, and I think we're going to hit the road bright and early tomorrow. And we got a supercharge tonight. There's one right here at the casino, so that's very cool. And then, yeah, we'll be on the road. So we'll see you guys in the morning. All right, we made it back. Slight change in plans. Sometimes you can over-plan yourself. Yes, about 4 in the afternoon. I'm literally bored out of my mind and not really... I over-vacationed myself, I guess. So took off. 12 and a half hours, 571 miles, 4 or 5 supercharger stops. We busted the whole drive out last night from the Railroad Pass Casino Hotel back to Redding, California. And I think it was 571 miles. So here's the total stats for the trip. There you go, 1,573 miles. 479 kilowatt hours burned at an average of 305. That was the longest I've ever driven in one setting before. I mean, here to LA's, that's like an 8-hour drive. I've done that multiple times. That's no big deal. Coming across the desert at night, having to stop to charge, and the charging, I legitimately Kyle Connored it. I was single digits, like 5s, 6s. Stop long enough to run in, go pee, refill my coffee, boom, on the road again. It was a cloudy night. There was no moon, and it was dark coming across the open desert. Holy smokes, it was dark. But it was totally worth it. So now I'm going to go pick up the dog from the pet resort. He's going to go ballistic. He gets to come home 3 days early. And I'm going to go back to bed because I started the day on like 7 hours of sleep. I got to bed at 5 this morning. It's 9:17. So yeah, I'm going to go get Mr. Handsome and then I'm going back to bed. So thank you so much for running with me. This was an amazing trip. A few things I would have done different, but for the most part, man, it was awesome. So PJ, you found me in Las Vegas. Dude, you're the man. Seriously, that was really cool. And hope you have a great day, brother. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you on the next one.